Hello everybody and welcome back to a nice laid back Windows 3.1 related video. Yeah, I figured what we do today is talk about just an interesting game from Microsoft that I discovered the existence of a couple months or so ago. It's called Cheese Terminator. Yeah, that's the name. And when I read that, I didn't really know what to expect. But it's actually one of these Sokoban clone games where Sokoban, if you're not really familiar with it, was originally a Japanese game that was released in the 80s where you're basically like pushing boxes around, getting them to a certain location so you can advance through the levels. And so Cheese Terminator is like a clone of that, but with cheese instead of boxes. And not only is the game really interesting, but there's a fascinating story of how Microsoft used it in probably one of the most interesting marketing campaigns, if you even want to call it that I've seen in a while. So we're going to pop in this appropriately greenish yellow floppy diskette here into the computer, and we'll take a look at the game, we'll play through it, and I'll tell you this interesting story as we're doing that. So we got the disk in the drive. Let's hop over to File Manager here, and I think it's just the game executable, and there's a help file on here, so let's just run it here and see. I don't think there's a setup file or anything. Yep, there it is. So we're just going to copy this over to the hard drive so it's not running off of the floppy diskette. So we'll just select both of these, and we will copy them to we'll do C MCT. Yes, we want to create the directory, and there we go. So let's hop back to the C drive here, and let's find that MCT directory, and we'll just run it from here. So this is the game. Now, it was developed by this person whose name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce because I'm sure I will butcher it, but then Microsoft was the publisher of it. Now, how would you get this game? Because that was the first thing that I had to find out. I was like, was this sold in stores, or how did Microsoft make this available to people? Well, it was actually a part of a survey that they had sent out to Polish users of Windows 3.1, and perhaps in some other locations as well, but we know for sure that this was done in Poland. When you purchased Windows 3.1, there was this card inside. It was a little questionnaire, and they wanted you to fill it out and mail it back to them, and in return they would send you a copy of this game as a thank you. So let's just close out of File Manager here, and we will why don't we just minimize Program Manager too, so we just have this at the center of the screen here. So you're a mouse here, you control with the arrow keys, and it does track your moves. So if you want to do this and try to get the best score possible, you want to do it in the least amount of moves. So we're just going to restart there because I wasted 2 moves. And so we're going to go over here, push that there, up, down, and there you go. So that's basically the game, and the levels progressively get a little bit more difficult. And when you complete a level, you get this image of a mouse here leaning on a thing of cheese, and he says good, and you hit OK, and you advance on to the next level. And you can see that the move tracker there, it's not per level, it's for your entire game. So it's just continuing on from my existing moves that I did on level 1. So this one, I think we're gonna have to kind of do something like this, but we're gonna use a lot of moves here. I wonder if there's like a par, because this is absolutely gonna require a lot of moves. Yeah, this is kind of reminding me of a Flash game called Block Soars. Anybody remember that? Yeah, I played a lot of that when I was in, gosh, like that was back in the mid-2000s. Under options, you got come back, which I guess just resets you. Yeah, so that undoes your moves for the level, I guess. Or no, it doesn't. It just moves you back 1. And does it count a move? Yes, it does. So it's not undoing, it's just moving you back to where you were before. And you can do that through backspace. You can also give up by hitting the escape key. And then under the game menu, you've got new, practice level, and Hall of Fame, which we're going to try to go through this whole game. I don't know how many levels there are. Let's just go to the help document here. I'm kind of curious, if they have any more info in here about it. So it just says right here, copyright 1992, Microsoft, developed for Microsoft by this person's name. And you got, okay, keyboard, I assume is going to talk about controls. It's very easy to direct the mouse with the keyboard. The 4 cursor keys, move the, oh, I was thinking mouse as in the computer mouse, but it's talking about the mouse on screen, because I was like, what do you mean direct the mouse with the keyboard? That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, that's what it's just referring to the mouse on the screen. And so yeah, it talks about the controls here. And oh, what's the boost? Oh, boss key. If the boss is coming, this key hides the game. Oh yeah, so that's one of these features where you know, if you were playing this at work when you really weren't supposed to, you could just quickly press F10 if your boss comes by, so that it hides the game. Gosh, I love that. I think you had features like that in other programs as well. So that's, I love how they call it the boss key. So let's go back to the help documentation here. So under game, okay, so this is just going through the menus. You've got start new game, practice a level, Hall of Fame, and quit. Does it really describe what the quit option does? Don't forget, if you've chosen the item, start a new game, and you have a chance to enter the Hall of Fame, end your game before quitting. Otherwise, your achievement will not be on the list, and your effort will not be awarded with points. Yeah, so definitely want to make sure to count your plays here and appear in the Hall of Fame. And okay, how to play. The aim of the game is very simple. Push the piece of cheese onto the red dots without blocking your further moves. When the piece of cheese arrives to a dot, a slice breaks off. There are 50 levels in the game. Okay, that's a lot. I mean, they are kind of quick though. We'll just try to see how far we can get. But I think I'm going to restart and try to actually do this in the least amount of moves as possible, because I've already gotten some additional moves that I wouldn't have done when I was trying just to demo this comeback option here. So 50 levels. When you have mastered the logic of the game and the individual levels, you can choose the item, start a new game. Then the game for points begins until all 3 chances are used up. The Hall of Fame shows the score of each player. It is easy to direct the mouse with the cursor keys. Okay, so how does the lives work? I guess that's if you, oh, well, that would be if you screw, duh, that's what it is. It's if you screw up and you're not able to get all the cheese wheels onto the dots, then I guess you could go to give up. And then, yeah, it would take a life away from you and reset your position. Like if I'm, you know, over here and I go to give up, it'll just, yeah, reset your position like that. So let's do a new game and let's play this somewhat seriously here. And we'll see how good that I do. I'm going to try to get through all these levels while telling you this interesting story that I found when I was doing research for this. And this is, like I said, perhaps one of the most interesting publicity campaigns or marketing campaigns, whatever you want to call it, that Microsoft did. And it was specifically their Polish subsidiary. So what happened is, this was a few years back, this Polish guy found a copy of that survey that came with the Polish copies of Windows 3.1. Oh, I should have, oh, can you push 2 at a time? No, you can't. Oh, I'm already really screwing up here. Yeah, we're because I've already screwed up this one. All right, let's just give up and restart that. Yeah, maybe we're not going to get through all 50 levels because I'm already evidently not doing super well. I know I can't push this one up here. This one I have to push. I have to push it once more. And then I have to push this. Oh gosh. Yeah, what do I do here? Because I can't go up, because that's going to push that one against the wall. I think I have to do this. Oh yeah, you know what? I need to go up to that one first. Oh man, I'm doing really bad. Yeah, now I've just screwed up here because I can't you know, I can't go to get that one. All right. I think I have a plan though. I think what I have to do is go over, push this one here, go down, go up, go over here, and push this one down, come back. Although I just screwed up this. No, I didn't. I can still get to that one. Now I think I just screwed up, though. That has to be done last. Yep. Oh my gosh. I was like so confident. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go through and do all of these levels. But I think I'm in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. So that's when you end. Okay, so you don't have to get to level 50 to be in the Hall of Fame. It just keeps track of how many levels and how many steps that you did. So anyway, yeah, this Polish guy finds a copy of that survey back a few years ago, and he decides to mail it in to Microsoft's Polish office. Now, it's worth noting that the address on the card that you would mail the survey back with was a German address, which I assume was Microsoft's like European headquarters at the time. So he looks up Microsoft's Polish subsidiary and finds it and decides to mail it to that address instead, along with a letter where he jokingly said something like, "Hey, is this promotion still going on?" And to his surprise, Microsoft not only wrote him back, but also sent him a floppy diskette of this game with a USB floppy drive that he could use to play the game on his modern computer. And they packaged it all up in this nice package and they called it Cheese Terminator Reloaded. And on top of that, they released a version of it in the Microsoft App Store, the Polish App Store, for a limited time. Unfortunately, you can't download it anymore. It's been pulled from the App Store and the link was never archived. So there's only screenshots that we have to go by that serve as proof that this was actually published in it. But in the letter that Microsoft sent to this guy, they said, "Oh, hey, you can download it from the App Store by going to this link." I think I need to do this. Push this over. Yeah, push that down, push this here, and then go and push this up here. But yeah, so it's just like one of these crazy stories that I had not heard about, and I thought it would be neat just to share it with you guys on a little laid-back video here. Yeah, so that is Microsoft Cheese Terminator. I guess we'll play through this level here. I think I just screwed up, though, because I'm not going to be able to... Or no, I can go around and push it back up. Let's see if I can figure this one out. Let's do that. Let's do... Oh, Lord. Because I can't push this one to the right. I can't do anything with that until... Let me just restart once more. I think I need to start down here. And let me do this, maybe. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do. And then just work my way up here. I can push this one up. I can't push this one to the right. I can't push this one up or I'll be screwed. And I can't push this one up anymore. But what I think I can do... Yeah, I can push this one up here. I can push this one back. Yeah, there we go. I think I got this one. Let me see here. Then I can push this one over. Oh, no. I screwed up. Dang it! I shouldn't have gone over one more. Oh, no. Yeah, now I'm screwed. And that's the other thing with this game. Like, once you make a single wrong move, you're pretty much screwed on this level, and you have to, like, I can't get this one out, and you can't pull them or anything. That's not part of the game. So yeah, I just screwed up here. But yeah, so I guess we'll just end it here, give up, and now I'll be a little bit higher in the Hall of Fame. You know, we'll type out MJD this time. Screw that M guy. Let's go to the Hall of Fame. So yeah, I just beat that guy by 3 levels here. So, but yeah, that's Microsoft Cheese Terminator and the really interesting story that went along with it. And I know this was a bit of a quicker, laid-back episode, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, get subscribed, all that good stuff. And as always, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.